Welcome back to Yes, We're Adopted, Don't Make It Weird with Brett and Dava.
Ha!
Woo! We need theme music. Yeah, insert theme music here.
Right.
I mean, just find something for us.
Something good.
See how long we can go on that.
So last week we spit in a tube
We did
for
spit in a
science.
tube.
And they emailed us this week that they received our spit
Yeah,
tube,
they did.
tube of spit.
And they didn't say that you did anything wrong yet.
Not yet, so
that's good.
I have some theories that maybe I spit in the tube wrong. Which is going to be really unfortunate.
It's going to be a giant bummer when you have to wait another, like,
They're gonna
3
be
months.
like, you're part Pekingese
Yeah.
and part Basset Hound.
Woohoo!
Or something. And
Yeah.
part coffee plant.
So we got a question from there, from our YouTube channel, brought to you by...
Katie? Is that what we're saying right now?
Katie.
Katie sent
Hi,
us
Katie.
a question. Just a thought, what about the kids of adoptees? And kind of talks about her experience with her son would like to know his heritage, but I mean, we're adopted, so we don't know. It would be fun. One, it would be hilarious to try to get my kids to spit in a tube.
That'd be funny.
Like, no, it's not enough spit, buddy. Like,
Keep going.
but
You told me not to spit.
But this is clearly about the biological children of adoptees, right?
Yep.
So, like, we have those.
Yeah, we do.
My wife and I have 2,
I got the one.
and they're cute.
Mine wins. And we decided in her age bracket.
For
she
her
wins.
age bracket, yours
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
Mine win in their age bracket. Good
That's
thing
fine.
we had them apart.
Yeah,
in
because
that
otherwise
way.
it'd be super awkward.
Oh man, we'd be fighting all
We'd
the
be
time.
fighting. My kid's cuter. What? Oh!
Ow!
Just like that.
Yeah, and you would sucker punch me while I take a drink.
I
of
would.
ginger.
I would.
We have children. We are adopted, but we have biological children. And I don't know where a lot of the rest of the Asian adoptees fell on this category, but my wife is also white.
Yep, mine
Right.
too.
And so we have half Asian, we assume, but we haven't gotten the results back yet, and then half white children who look pretty Asian.
Yeah. Oh man, they better still be half Asian. If that ratio gets like
It's going to be
thrown
weird,
off-
right? Like, what if you are a quarter Native American or something? Then you're going to have to do math. to
Because
figure
my
out
wife
your
is
kid.
part of Native American as well.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
This is gonna get horrible.
It's
Guys,
gonna be-
I'm bad at math.
You're going to be doing like
I'm
sevens.
so bad at math. I'm just gonna call him Asian. She's Asian. We're going with that.
She's half Asian.
She did this last night. Like, I was laughing at her and she just went like this. So anyways, talking about our kids, the biological kids that we have, and if one day they want to be able to know where their heritage is from. And for us, it's a little bit different because we're about to find out, I guess, hopefully, unless he's part Cuban because of the coffee that he was drinking. The one thing for me, and this is something my wife has actually wanted me to talk about for a while, so hey, wife, it's right here. You can stop bugging me about it.
You're
That was
welcome.
a really mean way to say, I still love you, please don't kill me.
I will remember.
The one thing that she wanted me to talk about was my medical history and the lack thereof. Whenever I was younger, I was super sick, you know, went through all of these different medical testings and doctors and specialists galore and hospitals galore and everything else. I mean, my medical chart has got to be like here. It's like a giant book.
We should get a copy of that
Oh, no, I'd burn it.
in paper.
But nobody really knew what was wrong with me. And for the longest time, I was actually afraid of having kids. Because if it was a genetic thing, does that mean I'm going to pass it on to my child? And that was honestly a fear for me for a little while. My wife and I, we tried having kids for about 7 years and it never happened. And part of me was super upset and part of me was actually relieved because if I was super sick and I didn't really want to pass it on to anybody. But, you know, she's super healthy. She's the cutest thing in the entire world. And I'm just going to say that she's perfect because she is. She is perfect. Except, you know, she eats dog food sometimes when she gets into the dog bowl.
I think the English muffin was probably my favorite.
Oh, that was so
story.
gross. My wife was cleaning out the bread box and threw away an English muffin that was in there for like a month or something like that. And my daughter decided she was hungry, dug it out of the trash, jumped up onto the couch, and just started eating it.
It's a great picture.
It's so gross.
It's a good one.
Nasty. What about you?
I don't know. I haven't had nearly the same level of medical issues that you've had to deal with.
I don't think anybody has.
That may be true. As far as the people that I know, you even win in concussions.
Yeah, I do.
I think so.
I'm at 8. I think 8 concussions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe glad that's not genetic. Something's happening. It's Jeremiah.
Hey Jeremiah, are you adopted?
I can't say for certain.
I haven't had nearly the experience with extensive medical testing and diagnosis and dealing with that you have, so I can't really say that I've ever had that same thought. Like I've thought over the last few years about this idea that like what am I going to say when my kids ask me about about being adopted, because they know they can look at pictures of me and my parents at grandma and grandpa and say they can tell a difference. Like my son is starting to be able to tell the difference between like, why do you look like this and grandma and grandpa look like this, but grandma and grandpa on both sides look kind of similar. How do we fit into this, and how am I going to have that conversation with them? But again, like, they're going to, I think, always grow up knowing what adoption is and that it affects their lives. I don't really know what that's going to look like into the long term. It was something that we did think about briefly as far as what's this going to be like with kids, because I don't know. Like, it's a crapshoot as far as is there genetic stuff that's going to come up or whatever. And so that was definitely a fear, but if nothing else, the adoptees I know are survivors, so I feel like we take our risks and we live with them, and thankfully we have just my wife and I have 2 just beautiful children. Again, there's a whole subculture there that's kind of untapped. We don't know what that's going to be for our kids.
Yeah. And
to be honest, I think it's our responsibility to shape some of that for them, to tell them what that's going to be.
Well, I mean, a lot of it is, too. I mean, it comes down to interracial marriage. And there are people that actually go up to my wife and say the stupidest things in the world about interracial marriage.
Sure.
And about her kid. Because she looks like me, she looks Asian, she's got the eyes and everything else. And so whenever, she introduces her, sometimes it's like a disbelief thing. Either, hey, is this kid adopted? Or are you the nanny? I think your wife has gotten
We've
that.
gotten that one, yeah. Are you the nanny? My daughter looks a lot like me.
Yeah.
Both of my kids do, but my daughter especially. And so it's definitely that, like, where did the kids come from?
Right.
Or are they adopted? Or,
Yep.
And it's just, honestly, it's the same level of inappropriate question that we're asked on a daily basis.
Just don't ask.
But now we've just affected our wives with it because we have children.
Keep your mouth shut, people. Goodness gracious. Like, I mean, for one thing, you can come up and talk to me about stuff. That's perfectly fine. You bring my wife and kid into it, then I'm coming after you.
We may have a problem. Honestly, it's more upsetting to hear it from that side than it is to get it now.
Right.
As an adult, to just have the insensitive questions or whatever pointed at my family. And we're all about family. Family is super important. So to hear those things is actually more upsetting, I think.
For sure.
That end.
Again, I'd rather have it happen to me, because then I can just yell at them and call them stupid. My wife is too nice for that. She'll tell me that they're stupid, but she won't say it to your face. So if you're watching,
and you've said those things,
so let us know your guys' thoughts. What kind of issues are you dealing with? What kind of answers are you giving your kids? We want to know. We want to be able to start a dialogue with you. So put it in the comments below. Send us a message on our Facebook and our Instagram. Check it out, because we want to be able to get your guys' story out there too.
Thank you also to Katie for your comments and questions. If you have others, please comment below or send us a message on Facebook or Instagram or email or however it is you want to get it to us, and we'd love to be able to discuss those and kind of give our input as far as any of those issues are concerned. So again, thank you for following us this Saturday with AGA. Yes, we're adopted.
Don't make it weird. Jeremiah.
For our kids either. Don't make it weird for them.
Jeremiah, don't make it weird.
I won't.
Jeremiah.
I promise.
He's just kind of been standing
He's just
there
watching us.
for like...
Okay, I've already failed.
He's staring at us as we're filming.